Fear and ignorance can lead to the destruction of a country. In the past, we saw this with slavery and segregation. Whites were afraid of blacks and thought that they were nothing more than animals and savages, which at all was not the case. Luckily for America, that prejudice has ended and we are able to cooperatively work together in society. It's too bad, though, that fear and ignorance has not completely left our society. Unfortunately, the most common prejudice in today's society is that against homosexuality. Yes, it's the prejudice towards the queens, the dykes, the fags, the lesbos, the studs, and all the other derogatory names people use nowadays. If you use those words, you should feel ashamed of yourself because I'm pretty confident you wouldn't like someone calling you a bad name. If I was to stand two men or two women next to each other, how would you be able to tell if one was homosexual or not? Exactly. You wouldn't be able to distinguish a straight person from a gay person just based off mere image. What makes a homosexual person different from a straight person anyway, besides the fact that they love someone of the same sex? Their relationship is just the same as a straight relationship, monogamous and with the same love and care. Homosexuality is not this tormented, devilish, evil thing everyone makes it out to be. I mean, some of the most famous people in our society have been homosexual. For instance, you have Langston Hughes, the father of the Harlem Renaissance. You have D.H. Lawrence, a famous short story author. And you have Susan B. Anthony, famous women's rights activist, and many, many others. Seeing that so many influential people in our present and in our past were and are homosexual, would you disrespect them or talk about them badly? I would like to think not. Being homosexual does not negate the person they are or how beneficial they were to society. So why do you high school and college students feel it is okay to tease and hurt someone who is homosexual? Regardless of their sexual orientation, they are still human. Or would you consider them three-fifths of a human like black people were considered in the past? Discrimination of all sorts is just outright wrong and must be stopped in our society. You wouldn't want someone to disrespect you or anyone in your family, would you? So why in the heck would you ever disrespect someone so harshly? It's that old childhood rule that you should treat others the way you would like to be treated. How would you like to have to go to school day after day, terrified and in fear that someone will talk about you or potentially harm you? Will those who are homosexual have to go to school and deal with all that fear and intimidation day after day after day after day? Any human person should and would feel sympathy for someone having to deal with this. It is these times in our lives where everyone must agree to make it better and end all this unnecessary bullying of homosexual students. I don't care if it is against your own personal religion or belief to be homosexual, that doesn't give you the right to insult or assault those who are. After all, I am 110% sure that no religion or faith gives you the right to talk about someone or hurt someone. That would make you just as wrong as a homosexual person you are judging or hurting. Being homosexual is only one minor aspect of a person's life. They have hundreds of other characteristics that make them just like everyone else. Being homosexual does not define them at all as a person. For all you know, your best friend might be homosexual and afraid to tell you because you talk so negatively about the homosexual's lifestyle. I mean, don't get big-headed and think that just because a homosexual person looks at you, they want you. You're just not that attractive to everyone in the world. Each and every one of us has the power to make life better for those of the homosexual community. By merely accepting everyone as their own individual person and treat homosexuals the same as you would any other person, the world will be a better place. Let's make our schools, colleges, and universities a better, accepting, unbiased place for all. Homophobia is a social disease that we need to get rid of. Plato once said, homosexuality is regarded as shameful by barbarians and by those who live under despotic governments, just as philosophy is regarded as shameful by them. Because it is apparently not in the best interest of such rulers to have great ideas engendered in their subjects, or powerful friendships, or passionate love, of which homosexuality is particularly apt to produce. So I hope you all make a pledge to make it better. And if you are that person who insults or assaults homosexual people, I hope that you now will put aside your personal feelings and make life better for all people by no longer participating in the bullying. This is not saying that you agree with homosexuality, but rather accepting the fact that it is a part of the society we live in today, no matter whether you like it or not. Thank you.